Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! When we last left off, we are 6 star pieces in, 1 more to go. That last one is going to be at Bowser's Keep, and we have already unlocked the way to get there. But first, there is one little thing I can do before we progress into the castle. Smithy and his gang have disrupted business around here. Why don't you help us out and do some shopping before you leave? Will do. It's been a while since I've visited this frog here. It is interesting to see this frog's backside. You could never see the backside of the frog in the original game. Always face the camera. Good to see you again. Did you have a chance to accumulate many frog coins? I just had an interesting thought. Imagine if this frog still didn't have a backside, and it turned and there was just nothing on its back. But yeah, I've been acquiring a bunch of frog coins, and I have not really been spending them much outside of the Kulix fight. Not that I have much interest in acquiring the rest of this stuff here. I don't need the extra experience. Extra money wouldn't be a bad thing. I might go ahead and buy that. Cutting my FP use in half, not really useful when it's only for the person who has it equipped. And I can just use FP recovering items, which I can hold as many as I want, just about, since I don't have much of a inventory space limit anymore. But the real reason I've come here is to get earlier times. Use it to start a battle over. Using this will not consume it. I don't necessarily need it, but there is one fight in particular I would like to try it out. But that comes later. And I can afford Coin Trick. Just in case I need the money. Oh, only Mario can equip it, huh? Well, alright. I guess I can do that. There's only one hidden chest left in the game, and it's not until much later. With that, let's go ahead and make our way back to Nimbus Land so we can get to Bowser's Keep. I would fast travel there, but, you know, the world map is neat, and I haven't really been using it a whole lot. In part because it has quite the load time. But it's such a neat world map. Highly detailed, and I love the song that plays on it. Alright, let's get going. Oh! In between streams I learned something kind of interesting. It always felt like this game had 8-directional movement, yet at times it felt like I had better than 8-control movement. And it occurs to me that while your directional of... how to word this? Going left and right and diagonal is snappy, like it's 8-directional. Up and down is not. We could go up, down, slightly to the left, slightly to the right. It's a little touchy, but it does offer some slight control over your 8-directional movement. It's just weird that you... Oh wait, you actually do have that whenever you're going to the right and left. It's just not very much range. I mean, when in an isometric platformer, it is kind of important to have that diagonal snappy movement. So it's interesting how there's a mix of analog and directional. The bus has finally been repaired. We can start operating again. Prince Mallow! We want to go to Bowser's Keep. Could you give us a lift, please? I've heard the story from King Nimbus. You'll be there in no time. At first I thought that was a bus up there. No, that's just a cloud. Here it comes! Here it comes! I feel like the bus driver has received a glow-up. I don't remember the bus driver having a mustache, at least. So, how's the engine running? Oh, it's purring like a kitten. Could you take Prince Mallow to the entrance of Bowser's Keep? Of course! Can't wait to get this thing running again. Come, Prince, hop on board. Ryanland says, why doesn't Bowser just use his clown car to fly over to the keep? He certainly always has access to it, as we know from the trio moves. You know, I never thought of that before. Huh. Better have the cloud particles. They had them in the original. Yep, they're there. All aboard! We're off! Mario didn't jump down to the door this time. Ah, the scent of boiling lava. It's so nice to be home. Smithy's gonna pay for stealing my splendid castle from me. Yeah, the people at the cliff were there in the original game. Also, M. Knight is informing me that the bus driver did have a mustache in the original. It's interesting to think how many details I can remember from the original, and yet certain things not. Alright, before we proceed into the castle proper, the world map has now been fully connected. We can actually travel all around the world, and I want to take the opportunity to do that, because, as I said, the world map is pretty nice in this game. Especially since, as Wario Land says, it's all interconnected rather than segmented. Okay, let's do this. Oh, Wario Land is asking what Vista Hill is now, is like now. It's like that. I am 98% certain that this place didn't have as much of a red glow during our first visit. I could be wrong, but... well, this place is a little bit more, taken over since the last time. Oh! And now we have the extended version of the song, now that we're in this place as a proper dungeon. I would enjoy the music more if my air conditioning wasn't loudly running behind me. So let's just get into battle. Oh! I just remembered something about the enemies here. Ooh, I got lucky with that timing. Not so much that timing. The terracotta sensed Bowser's presence. The terracotta is confused. Yep, that's what I remembered. Yeah, thanks for that help. Need it. Under 4 HP. Oh, Mr. Bowser! Mr. Bowser? Yeah, Mr. Bowser is here. Bowser's scaring the terracotta. So, a lot of the enemies here, if Bowser is active on the team, the enemies get scared away. If Bowser's not on the active team, the enemies get confused. It's a really interesting mechanic. The enemies here are basically Bowser's minions, but brainwashed. So, them seeing Bowser triggers something. Health. That said, there's a lot more enemies here. I was just curious if there would be a different enemy among them. Not really. These Goombas look a little sickly. But I kind of like how they're animated as they're going across this bridge. And not all the same either. Like, that one's looking over the ledge, another one was dashing. That one's walking backwards. This one walks backwards right there. Pro Goomba. Original name in the original, Goo Goomba. Alright, don't want to scare him away, so Peach, get in here. Go ahead and attack one if you want. Yeah, they're definitely Goombas. Hey, maybe I can win. Nope. Even in the original, I think it's a nice touch how the bridge is still down, and so they replace it with donut blocks. Malakoopa. And Grand Troopa. Well, the Grand Troopa is not confused, so focus on it. I was hoping Mallow's turn would come up before Mario's. Well, Mario probably won't one-shot it. Interestingly, not weak against jump, but lightning. I outgrew my old shell a while ago. Being a turtle must be interesting. Let's take care of that one. And what about you? Sure enough, weak against lightning. I should find out whether Thunderbolt is still useful. I'm a high-level elite paratrooper. Heart. Elite ain't good enough. Okay, watch out for... You know what? It's watermelon flavored. I'll find more of the Koopas in the upcoming area. So welcome to the next section of the castle. The throne has been removed here. On that note, it's interesting to compare. In the original game, during the opening, there was no throne here, whereas in the remake, there was. Rather, in the original game, this was a Bowser-shaped door, and now it's not. Perhaps the Bowser-shaped door will come later, or maybe it'll be a throne again. You know what? You can go ahead and keep admiring that. I knew there was something over here. I just kind of forgot what it was. That is a lot of sheep to hug. Oh, free heal. Here, come here, you. I want to test lightning. You are not weak to lightning. I mean, it's not super powerful, but it's effective enough. Boy, that frying pan is something else. I still like that one. And secret exit over here. It took me a long time to find out about this one. Oh, another free heal. Well, just as well that I grabbed it now, because this is the point of no return. The first of more than one point of no return, in fact. Also, Crockel's here. Hey Mario, did you remember to use the save point? Were you not watching? There's plenty of danger up ahead, so it's best to save now. It's good advice. It's a long way to the next save point. You need anything? I've got some items to sell. Just in case. I'll buy 4 more of those, because I'm not necessarily going to have Peach on my team all the time. Also, this is the other shop that you can buy this fire equipment. I'm trying to decide if I want to swap in somebody else. I think I'm still going to need Mallow for Psychopath. Oh, and Wayoline is asking whether I'll be able to use the fast travel. Right now I can, of course. So let's find out whether I can once I go through the door. There are 6 doors. Need an explanation? Can I just say how good this game looks? Like, this room here was so gray in the original. There was no ambient lighting whatsoever. And it is so interesting to think. Super Mario RPG, while not necessarily the best looking game on the Super Nintendo, was still one of the best looking games on the Super Nintendo. And they had to use a special chip installed on the cartridges in order to make it look so good. Whereas this looks even better, and this is all Switch hardware. Of the 6 doors, 2 open onto action courses. You can handle a lot of action, right? I mean, heck, there was no visual effects going on in this room in the original. It was just a flat plane of lava. I mean, I think there were bubbles in it, but no steam, no lava spouts. And the lava certainly didn't flow like this. Anyway, action courses. 2 others will lead you to battle courses. You can fight, right? The last 2 open onto puzzle courses. No sweat for a great puzzle solver like you, right? Once you choose a course, there's no turning back. The only way to know what's behind the door is to walk through it. You must pass 4 of the 6 courses to move ahead. Okay, at the moment I'm able to turn back. But that's because I haven't actually started the challenge yet. Well, I gotta remember that, though. I need to check after I go through one of these doors whether I'll be able to backtrack. Because who knows, maybe they actually fix that. Now then, in the original playthrough, I showed off all 6 doors using save states. I'm debating whether to actually put in the effort to show all 6 doors on this run, though. I might, not for the sake of showing things off, but because there's some things I'm curious about. So, I'm just gonna go through them in order. Reverse order. And we're starting with battle. Oh, thank you! Oh my gosh, there being a give up button? Oh, in the original there was no give up button. You had to lose in order to get sent back. It wasn't a game over, you just got sent back to the room with the doors. But now I don't have to actually go through the effort of losing if I don't want a door. That said, this is a door I want, so... Okay, that is a glow up. There was no special effects whatsoever with the Magic Koopa teleporting in. It just blinked in. Oh right, they have a little more than 100 HP. Which enemy was it that had less than 100? So, enemy gauntlet. Lots and lots of enemies. Alright, the Star Egg should work against them. Well, not the big one, of course. but we can just finish you off with a jump. Well, not finish you off, you got plenty of HP. Okay. You don't have super high defense, but you are more weak against the lightning. Not that it matters. Not gonna give you a chance to actually attack. That is a face. Okay, gotta think about this one. Okay, seriously? You're gonna have to not do that. I'm not sure if this is a new boo or one of the boos from Kirosaurus. It's gonna be a bit before I find out. I know there is a recolor around here somewhere. Okay, considering how much damage that just took, I'm going to perhaps guess that that is not the recolor. So, one thing that kind of irked me about the original game with these gauntlets is when the Magic Koopa spawned an enemy, if you weren't directly in line with them, Mario would turn to the side at a 45-degree angle to quote-unquote look at them. If you were even slightly off, the enemy could be right in front of Mario, but he would turn up in order to look at it. Or turn down to look at it. And the annoying thing is, you go through a door and you're not centered on the path. Which is still the case here, but at least here, Mario only slightly turns rather than turning 45 degrees. I know it's a minor thing, but I don't know. It was just kind of an OCD thing for me. On that note, why is this not centered? That is a flying fish. You know, it'd be funny if Peach could just blow up everything. No, cannot blow up everything. That said, these enemies are pretty old at this point. So out of curiosity, yeah, you are able to fast travel. The original game didn't really have a fast travel, so it was... You weren't escaping this. Using magic against these would be a waste. There's a recolor. So, attack the not recolor. I'll take care of that real quick. Even when you're feared. Okay, maybe not when you're feared. Glum Reaper. It's interesting that we can inflict fear on the thing that can cause fear. Although maybe the recolor can't. Make way for fear itself. Make way for fear itself. Boop. Oh, miss. Sure, why not? Yeah, these enemy gauntlets are long. 3 rooms each. Drop a snowball on them. Or maybe 2 snowballs. So, M. Night says, oh yeah, and I can mention this now, the mortal blow attacks still influence your chain event when they are targeting, or they still influence your chain even when they're targeting characters with immunity equipment. So I still want to try to block against them then if I want to keep my chain. Not that I'm necessarily good at that. I will say it is interesting being able to fight all these old enemies again, see how much stronger I am. A little tedious, but I don't mind this. This is fun. Let's bring in someone else now. Gino. Alright, nothing but shaman. We'll eat one of them. Actually, give me more of those. Yoshi somehow feels more useful in this game. Not that I'm getting better items, but perhaps thanks to the fact that I can carry more of those cookies. Rhinoceros, by the way, full FP heal. That's pretty nice. So I'll just take all of them. Some of them are bound to go to storage. I don't know if I've already reached that limit. No, apparently I haven't. No, I could hold one more even if I wanted. That said, I'm getting low on FP, so, Right, I can't use the items from the items menu. Well, hold that thought. We've reached the end of this gauntlet. And our prize is... the Drill Claw. New weapon for Bowser. And Bowser's best weapon, in fact. I mean, it's not that much more powerful than the other thing, but it's still the most powerful. We'll try it out later. So, that's the first one taken care of, the first door. And can confirm there's no backtracking to the save point. You have to do this all in one go. And I'm betting, by the way, that if I were to use the map in order to leave, I'd have to start the process restart the process entirely. So, yeah, I'm not taking chances with that. Although, since it's so easy to escape each of these... Oh, by the way, it's completely random what doors lead to what challenge. If I were to leave and come back, door 6 might be an entirely different challenge. I am curious now. It would not actually be taking that much effort to just come back. I'll spend the night here to recover my FP real quick, and then I'll make my way through the castle again. It won't take long at all. No, just a regular. I forgot there was a person sleeping here. Just can't seem to find the casino. I'm so tired. I've been walking around all day. Hey, he's holding a leaflet. Wanna read it? Yeah, sure. Come to Great Guy Casino. 3 jumps and a bright card will get you in. Sorry, but no chain chomps allowed. That is such a vague hint. Casino manager, great guy. 3 jumps, a bright card, and no chain chomps? What is this? Again, I had to use a guide in order to find that place. But I was using a guide regardless, because that's how I played back then. Alright, let's quickly scoot back to that challenge. Oh, nice that we didn't get sent all the way back to the start of the room, falling in that lava. Mario is blooming. Was not expecting bloom effects. Didn't notice that the first time in here. Doop. Didn't take long at all. And the answer is... Yep. It all starts over. So you really do have to go through 4 doors in process. All at once, in a row, before you have a chance to save again. What is door 6 now? Platformer challenge. Okie dokie. Oh, this is actually going to be so much easier than the original. Because these platforms had a weird thing where you could not control the distance of your jump. It was all Castlevania, where as soon as you jump, you were dedicated to your forward momentum. But now, I can just let go of the analog stick and descend on the platform. And I am fine with those jumps being easier. There is absolutely no reason why they needed to be so awkward. So this room is an interesting challenge. I'm pressing up right now. I'm pressing left right now. I'm pressing down right now. Down to the right, etc., etc. And I wobbled too much. So, fail a challenge and you lose coins. You cannot actually fight the bob-ombs. Don't try to attack them. They will explode on you, even if... Wait, what? There was not a fast one before. Where did you come from? Why are you here? That complicates things, like a lot. I don't know that I want to take the effort to go for the remaining coins if there's a speedy bob-omb. Unless it doesn't home in on you like the others. Flower point that I don't need. Mario did not wobble every single time he hopped on that in the original. Only if you were off-centered. You know what? I don't think that bob-omb actually As I was saying, I don't think that bob-omb actually chases you. M. Night says it's in a set pattern. It just so happens that pattern sent it looping back to me. Okay, you can more easily control your jumps onto these things, but you don't lock onto them when you land on them. That's going to be an issue. I have a treasure chest disappeared. Did it do that before or after I fell on the lava and the room reset? Oh gosh, this is like the best place to take advantage of your storage. Because in the original game, you go through these challenges, you're guaranteed to have your inventory filled up and can't hold half the things that you're getting. A reminder that you could only hold up to 29 items. Period. Okay, this is the last room for this challenge, so, I'm glad that there are shadows to help you keep track of where everything is, but realistically speaking, is it possible to cast a shadow on lava? Okay, I could go straight up, but I think it's easier to aim diagonally because I can actually see my shadow. Well, nice to know I'm not losing too much money. So it is being suggested that I use walking jumps. That probably would be a little bit easier, perhaps. But, no, I'm too stubborn to try switching tactics like that. And by that I mean... I couldn't jump for a moment there. What was that about? Oh. As soon as the platform goes out of bounds, you can't jump. They really want to make sure that you can't land out of bounds. Not that that was a problem in the original game. You just couldn't jump out of bounds. If the platform was out of bounds, you'd hit the wall before you reach it. So maybe that was more of a method to ensure that the player doesn't try jumping to the platform out of bounds and fail. Alright, Mallow's best weapon, the sonic cymbals. Put noise to work for you. What was the drill claw description? A drilling claw. When you can't think of a better description. Right, the R button was the walk button. Oh, here's the other challenge. These are not enemies, but they hop around to kind of help you see where all this stuff is. But you jumping on there also does the same thing, which I'm uncertain whether you could do this so easily in the original. It seemed like you could only make the floor appear if you jumped while under a treasure chest. Oh. Very helpful that the shadow is also casted on Mario. Oh gosh, here we go with this. I am thankful that the platforms still stop moving whenever you jump. That'll eventually get back in sync. Actually, I don't have to worry about it getting back in sync. I can just hop over here and wait for it to come back. And just walk onto that. These things still make the same sound that they did in the original game, albeit a more high quality version of the sound. But as I said before, you do not snap onto them. But that was not even possible in the original game. So many flowers that I can't use because I'm maxed out. Oh gosh. Does anybody know how many times I've played Donkey Kong by this point? I've lost count. Oh gosh. I don't remember the barrels moving this quickly. I couldn't manage the jump. I pressed jump before I landed. Imagine hitting the give up button right here at the very end. Super Slap. This is Peach's second most powerful weapon. This is an odd one. I suppose this is here for the players who don't think to go back to Moleville. Even then, you have to go through this challenge specifically in order to get it. You know what? For the fun of it, let's go ahead and equip the princess's Mega Slap. Because I never do. And I want this run to be at least somewhat different from my original run. But there's no give up button for this. I actually would have to take the time to lose on purpose. But you know what? I won't have to lose on purpose because the last of these challenges sucks. Heh, I'm the Quizmaster, but you can call me Dr. T. You into coin collecting? Heh. Want instructions? Yes, explain it to my viewers. There's 21 coins in this box. We'll take turns removing them. The one who takes the last coin is a loser. Heh. You can grab 4 at once. If you want to grab only 1 or 2, press A where you want to stop. Got it? That Dr. Topper recolor, I think looks a little bit... Actually, I'm not sure. His recolor looked weird in the original. You could tell it was just a Hammer Brother with a green tint. Now, in this case, it's only his skin that is recolored. I lost track. Are we up to 5? I think we're up to 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There we go. Oh! I will say this about this game. The original game had like a half-second of load time whenever it changed the music. The remake, none. So there was no pause as it loaded the victory song. Heh, you win. Nothing to it, right? The topic, you ask? Magic buttons. Heh. Want instructions? You know, he does look like he's actually chuckling. I can definitely appreciate that. Yep. Heh. Step on one button, and you'll reverse the surrounding buttons. So, on becomes off, and off becomes on. Get it? Let's see if you can set them all to on. Can you do it? Congrats! Plain sailing, eh? I notice that I have the give up option now. Solving this puzzle, if you don't know exactly what to do, the moment you press that first wrong button, you're hosed. And in fact, I bet it was this challenge specifically why they added a give up button. Because this challenge does not have a lose condition. You were, in the original game, you were stuck playing this challenge until you either won or you pressed the reset button and reloaded your last save. It was awful. Yeah, this was the challenge that I thought we would be having. Now, the topic is ball solitaire. Heh. Want instructions? Yes. Heh. When you kick a ball, it'll leapfrog an adjacent ball, which will then disappear. Keep making balls disappear until one remains. You can't kick a ball into a space occupied by another ball. And the ball you kick must always leapfrog another ball. Got it? This challenge, I have not memorized. I don't think I'm going to have to use the give up button. Nice to see that Mario has a kicking animation for this challenge now. That sound effect has a lot more oomph than the original. I'm gonna put effort into trying to solve this. But I have my doubts. Yeah, I've lost. Heh, too bad. Too bad. Heh. And Mario didn't mope until after the you lose message. I'm pretty sure in my original playthrough, I did show the correct solution. Either that or I got it by luck. Anyway, your prize if you were to complete that challenge, I believe, is a rock candy. But, I don't care for the rock candy. Because, let's see, the puzzle doors each give you a rare candy. The other challenges give you a new weapon. And I want all the new weapons. That said, let's go ahead and out on a break. We're just going to leave Mario flat on his face for the next 5 minutes. As soon as I relocate my stream timer.